Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of To Whom It May Concern. We are back once again with another episode. The reason why we didn't have an episode last week is because this dude decided to get sick.
I didn't
Like,
decide.
the
anything,
audacity,
okay?
man. Come on.
Listen, my immune system
Like, why?
does whatever it wants, okay?
If you're sick, just stop being sick. Like, we've been over this. If you have a problem, just stop having that problem. That Powerade sip is not going to make you any less guilty. I'm sorry.
Obviously, it's not simple.
For shame, man. For shame. Now, before we get on with today, I wanted to give a quick shout out once again.
Not even today's episode, just before we get on with today.
Well, I mean, today, it's 8:24 at the time of recording this.
Yeah,
today's almost over.
I mean, it's almost over, but like before we get on with it,
I think it's a little late before the day starts. Anything. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to give another shout out to our Discord server. And I wanted to give out to one of our fans who is being an amazing fan right now.
Our one fan.
The _Lord69. Just want to give you a shout out because you have been a active fan during chatting with us in the Discord servers and sending us a bunch of memes. Have you looked at the memes he sent?
Yeah, I've seen some of them. I mean, I haven't like looked at all of them in detail because I'm not quite that dedicated, but I've like seen him posting them.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. So yeah, if you want to be as cool as that guy, come to our Discord server and join the fandom today. He may not appreciate it, but I will. I will appreciate it with all my heart.
I'll still appreciate it. I just barely look at it, is the thing. That's
yes, he'll appreciate it, but just barely give y'all attention. That's just how it's going to work. He'll maybe think about you for like a minute.
Maybe.
I'll think about you when I sleep. That's how dedicated I am to my fans. That's why I am the better member of this podcast. I care about my fans.
That's why he's the producer and I'm just the guest speaker.
And that's why I'm getting 100% of the revenue share when we start making money.
We're gonna split it 90-10.
When did I say 90? I said 100% to me.
I know, but like in terms of like actual splitting, we're probably gonna.
Who said it was splitting? It was me. It's just me. Okay. And speaking of that Discord, something you said, Steven, about why is there a war room?
Oh yeah,
in the Discord.
I did ask about that. So please enlighten me, Will.
See, that's the thing with this episode. In this episode, we are drafting Steven into war. Alright, so Steven, your military dude is coming to your house in about 3 minutes, so go ahead and pack everything up and you're going to Pakistan.
Oh, okay, cool.
This is his last episode. He's going to war. He's going to war, and he's going to be thinking about you for a single minute, because that's just how much of a bad creator he is.
I mean, I think that if I were in a war, I would have bigger worries than the YouTube podcast back home. And the fans.
But that's the thing, the fans are going to be worried about you.
Let them worry.
Okay, well, if you're watching this, if he goes to war, don't send him any good graces, don't send him anything, matter of fact, just hope that he loses. Just hope that he loses. Okay, alright. Getting on to other topics. Steven.
Well, we moved on from that one quick.
Alright. I want to say something. I want your reaction and opinion to what I'm going to say.
Go ahead.
So here's the thing: if you can plan for a wedding, then you can plan for a natural disaster.
That's correct. In fact, you can plan for a natural disaster. I don't know what it has to do with a wedding. I think
you can... Okay, let me explain. So that is a quote that I saw in an ad on a website. So there's this natural disaster like charity thing, and they made an ad where they literally said, if you can plan for a wedding, you can plan for a natural disaster. And that's what they said, and that's what they paid money to have advertised.
Like that quote. Like that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, because why does I don't get what planning for a wedding has to do with planning for a natural disaster. Because
and they make it sound easy to like plan for a wedding. Oh yeah, you can just do that in 5 minutes. Same thing you can do with a natural disaster. And it's like, no.
I mean,
weddings takes like...
Yeah, you can plan for both of them, but they're very different. A natural disaster, you just need like a couple things. A wedding is like an event that you're trying to make happen that's not going to happen on its own. A natural disaster is something that's going to happen on its own, and you're just trying to live through it. A wedding is something that's not going to happen on its own. You've got to make it happen. Like, if you had to make a natural disaster happen, there'd probably be a lot more planning involved.
And on top of that, planning for a natural disaster is way shorter of a time than it takes to plan for a wedding. Like, I think I've said in a previous episode before, one of my family members has just gotten engaged, and they're spending a good year, like, trying to plan their wedding. So, the assertion that planning a wedding is just as simple as planning for a natural disaster, that's kind of stupid. Like,
just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just and
just a small amount.
And it's like, imagine if you did try to plan a wedding in like a day. Like,
it would not work. It would be
it just straight up would not work. Like a natural disaster, that would take like at most a month. And like that's stretching it. That's stretching it. Like, I mean, realistically, a natural disaster.
Like, you just need to like have some supplies and, you know, maybe a plan, and then that's basically it.
Yeah, it'll take you a few days to get supplies. It'll take you a few days. It'll take you a day to like get it all set up in like a basement. But after that, you're ready for that natural disaster. Yeah. A wedding takes months and months and months of trying to find a place to hold the wedding, trying to find what catering service want to use for the food, and finding out how to invite, who to invite, and when they come. Like, it's a lot. Yes, who?
You should invite. You should.
Who are they inviting?
That is who you should invite. Who?
Who? You should invite us. We're who? Invite us to every wedding.
You guys.
We'll make every wedding better by just our presence.
We'll be the entertainment.
We're not gonna. Yes, we're gonna be the entertainment. Like, we're gonna have stand up, and everyone's gonna have a fun time throwing tomatoes at us. It's gonna be good and fun. The whole family can get involved, and then they can get on with the rest of the service. Like, that's gonna be our service to every wedding. But that's the thing about it, though. Like, it'll take several months for us to get put into that situation. Yeah, meanwhile, with natural disasters, like you said, all you need is just some supplies and put it into somewhere safe, and then boom, you're ready for the natural disaster. And I just love how this is an ad that I didn't even like come across in like one of those compilation of bad ads. This is one that I saw in the wild. This is one that I saw in a website. The one that I just saw, and I was like, I have to talk about this. Like, this is actually like so dumb. That's amazing.
I mean, I would guess, like, just as a wild guess, like, don't ask me how I could ever come up with this crazy notion, but the person who made that observation or who made that comment has probably never actually planned for a natural disaster or a wedding.
Yeah, it just feels like they were at a meeting they were at a creative meeting and they were trying to decide, all right, what's a relatable thing that people plan for that we can compare to how simple it is to plan for a natural wedding or a natural disaster. I accidentally said natural wedding. I want a natural wedding.
I want my marriage to be organic.
I want it to be just 100% like organic, non-artificial. I just want a non-artificial wedding.
Yeah, more organic than what my camera just became. Hold on.
Yeah, don't worry about why his camera is glitching up. This happens all the time behind the scenes. You don't even know it.
I'm still convinced that it's tied to that one time I hit it with a Nerf dart.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. And that also reminds me, bringing it back to what I said earlier about the_Lord69. He said in general that one of the ways we can improve our content is by getting a better equipment. And I think that was targeted at you specifically,
Probably.
Steven. He wants you to get a better camera. Like,
he may have to wait a while on that one.
Yeah. So, Lord69, if you're watching this, if you want us to get better, if you want him to get a better camera, tell literally everyone you know about our content, and we'll rack up the views, and then we'll be able to. Well, okay, about that plan. If the channel grows, I'm going to pocket all the money, so that's not even going to help him. So, never mind, you don't have to do any of that. It's not going to help him either way. I'm going to pocket all the money because I'm selfish. GoFundMe. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Okay, tell everyone you know about this GoFundMe that we're going to create for Steven's new camera. Okay. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do any of that. I'm not going to put any pressure on you.
Yes, you do. It's not a choice. You never had a choice.
No. Our channel is supposed to be... You're supposed to come to our channel expecting to have no stress and just watch casually. Meanwhile, Steven's over here is just like, no, you have to do this now. You have homework to do after watching this.
Yes, there's home. Hey, you gave me homework, okay? You can't expect me not to give you homework.
He's salty. Now he's salty because I gave him homework and he wants to relinquish that aggression towards you. Which I think is despicable of him, if you ask me.
You're one to talk.
Am I, though? Am I?
And we're just going to leave it at that.
Alright, so Steven.
Yes. That is, in fact...
How many celebrities do you know?
None.
Okay. You know what celebrities are, though, right?
Basically just someone who has a high degree of popularity and recognition.
Right. So, let's say you were to see a celebrity on the street. Like, what would you do?
I definitely would not know who they were.
But no, that's the thing about it, though. If you get a photo with them and we include it in the podcast, we can rack up a bunch of views from that. So let's say
if people saw our podcast to begin
with, we definitely could. However, another alternative: what if you were to see a celebrity on the street and you wanted to, I don't know, capture them?
And whatever gave
Any comment?
Whatever gave you that idea?
How about we just kidnap the celebrity? Okay,
I wouldn't be opposed to the idea.
You hear that, officer? He says he's co-signing kidnapping. Okay, no. Reason why I say that is because I'm in college, right? And I have a design class where we have to create a infographic on a 5-step program on how to do certain things. And I decided I was going to make
program,
a 5-step.
Kidnap a celebrity.
Yes, I have it. I don't know where it is. I need to get my folder. I should have been prepared for this.
As you can see,
I
Will
should have been
always
prepared
comes
for this.
prepared.
Yes. Some of the greatest things ever. Alright, so in a special segment of this podcast, I'm going to be showing you how to capture your favorite celebrity.
It's literally just a
But before we
slideshow
begin,
on paper.
This segment is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is an MMORPG game that you can... Alright. So,
why are we still here?
Step 1. Stalk their Instagram. Step 2. Find out their recent location and a phone that says currently in Toronto from Drake. I decided to go with Drake. I don't know if you know who that is because you're very uncultured.
He's that one rap dude.
He's okay. You know someone. Okay, that's good. All right. So step 3: fly to said location. I do wonder when exporting this video if this image of me is going to be inverted or not, because from my screen it looks like it's inverted the wrong way.
Oh no, it looks fine on my end. I think it does that when cameras are recording on screens. It shows the image inverted for you for some reason, but it always shows the right way.
Right.
Like at the end.
Right. Alright, hold on. I have someone knocking on my door. Heyo?
Will has finally has finally come face to face with what I have to deal with on a regular basis.
I'm recording a podcast.
Of the
it's a comedy podcast where we just basically
of people coming in while he's recording. See, I have that happen quite a lot.
My room's a mess, though.
You know, it's
alright, guys. We have a special guest. It's my roommate.
What's going on?
What's up?
I don't know if they can hear you. My mic is literally just in my laptop, so I don't know how well they'll be able to hear you. But yeah.
Yeah, we got our first special guest.
Here's my. I'm passing my headphones off to him right now.
How's it going, man?
What's up?
So what this podcast about?
I will say I can barely hear you. You might want to move just a little closer.
So who are looking at this?
Good question.
Not a lot of
I
people.
have no idea.
This how we get famous right here, ain't it? On the podcast. I don't see how. What do you see the people that's watching?
We're just recording right now, so.
Oh, okay. What y'all was talking about?
What we were talking about, I don't even know where my papers went, but I was just basically showing this stuff that I got in design class, but
something like that.
How to capture your favorite celebrity. So
yeah.
I was going through the steps of step 1: stalk their Instagram, find out the location, fly to said location, and then can they still hear me? Because right now he has the headphones, so only he will be able to hear you. All right.
Yeah, Will, you're still being heard,
okay.
But I know you can't hear me. Oh wait, now you can.
Right. Okay. So let me go through the rest of the steps here. All right. So step 4: knock out the security, which is very easy, as we all know. And then step 5: stuff the celebrity into a bag and then drag him away. And then boom, you've captured a celebrity. Side effects may include jail time,
you're now a Class A felon and will be on the run from the authorities in very short time.
Yeah. But that's just a byproduct of doing this, so you don't even have to worry that much about it.
Minor side effect.
All right.
Set him up with a female.
Okay. So I think I disconnected the things. I think Steven, say something real quick.
Something real quick.
Okay. So now both he and I will be able to hear you.
Nice.
All right. So, anything you want to say? Our podcast is basically us starting conversations and then
talking about random stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a bit of an echo.
So what kind
There is a bit of an echo now, I will say.
Are you from Alabama, man?
I am, yeah.
How do you feel about Governor Ivey with not giving us the stimulus?
Okay. That's another thing. We don't get political
no idea.
on our podcast.
I have no idea, honestly, because I haven't heard about
any of that.
Yeah, we try to stay politics free. That's like kind of a big meme. We always steer clear of politics unless it involves Kanye West, right?
Unless it involves Kanye West.
Yes. Because remember when he tried to run for president and all that? So that's kind of our big kind of running joke throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Not even how they ran Biden house.
Nah, it's just kind of like, we just kind of steer clear of that. It's supposed to be like lighthearted stuff, you know what I mean?
What's y'all favorite cartoon, man?
I don't really have one.
I don't really watch cartoons.
So. You gotta realize that I was
uncultured. Very uncultured.
Yeah, that's the thing about him. He doesn't know about a whole lot. He's kind of uncultured about a lot of things.
Very.
There's like specific things that he'll know about, like Nintendo and
well, that's just because I'm
a Nintendo fan.
Yeah.
It's good to have a life like that. But boy, I done seen a lot of stuff and been through a lot of stuff. A lot of things. So you don't watch AMC and stuff like that?
No, not really. I don't really watch like TV.
So what are you
watch
into?
like TV or anything like that?
Are you into anime?
No.
So you just into podcasts?
Well, I just do this with Will.
Well, I mean, the only reason he's here is because one day I invited him
Yeah,
to be on a
one day
podcast,
Will
and
literally
it's been
just
something we've been
One day
doing
Will
ever
literally
since.
just decided, let's do a podcast.
Yeah. So, and before this, back when I was living back home, because we grew up together.
What part of Alabama y'all from?
We're from Leeds.
Leeds.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not.
And we had a YouTube channel
I'm not.
together where we
I live
filmed.
like 15 minutes away.
We had a YouTube channel called Who. That was literally the name of the channel, called Who.
With two
Where
questions.
we just made videos together, and I would edit them. So what?
It had the Who name had two question marks.
Name
and,
had
a
two
space
question
between
marks
the two.
and like a space between the two.
We'll just
Yeah,
made it up
I
on the
spelled
spot.
it weirdly.
on the spot.
But yeah, basically the gist of it is we just kind of we filmed ourselves like doing random stuff, and then I kind of edited it so that it was I don't know. We just did a whole bunch of
watching.
So what?
You edited it so it can be worth watching.
Yeah, basically, and added a bunch of dumb edits on it to try and make it extra funny and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Y'all should start a YouTube channel.
No, that's the thing. We have a
had
YouTube
one.
channel.
Yeah.
It
This
kinda died.
had
podcast
one.
channel and
It
the
kinda
Who
died.
channel, like two channels we have together.
Yeah. There's just a lot of kids that have short attention spans and they like seeing stuff like this.
Yeah, that's the thing about it too. If you don't capture people's attention within the first few seconds, oh, your camera's messing up again.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
But yeah, that's the thing about attention spans and like all that. Like, if you don't capture the attentions within the first like few seconds, you're gonna lose them forever. Like, that's why YouTube Shorts gain a lot more traction than normal videos. Like, this is something that I've been thinking about doing to like getting clips from our episodes and then putting it onto YouTube Shorts. Like, I think that because I think I made a YouTube short like announcing our Mario Kart tournament, like, and that got a lot of views like right off the bat. Like, and I think it's like at 56 views last time I checked. So yeah, that's a lot of traction that you can gain from YouTube Shorts.
Yeah. I ain't never really sat down and thought about making a podcast. But it's interesting.
Does that interest you? Yeah, I mean, if you got the right people and you got the right topics, you can make a podcast out of anything, and it can, if you do it right, like it can be like some of the fastest and easiest
processed food.
Processed food, yeah. This is kind of like the fast food of content.
Basically, this is basically the processed food.
I think that's a fair comparison to make, actually. Like, right. So yeah, I think that's a good way to look at podcasts. Just like it's fast, easy to make, and it pulls a lot of people's attentions because, like, you know, sitting down, having a conversation one-on-one is one of the most basic human qualities of people. You know, people love to socialize and stuff. So yeah, that's a good way to look at podcasts. You know, so if you want to start one, you know, just get the right people and do it regularly. You know.
I'm glad I'm in the right place with the right people. Everybody in here Xbox fan.
Yeah.
You an Xbox fan, man?
Xbox? I don't have one.
I don't have one.
What video game you got?
Mostly just Nintendo stuff.
Mostly just Nintendo stuff.
PC games, like, you know, like PC games, like, you know, kind of stuff.
Minecraft and that kind of stuff.
Have you ever played Apex?
No, I haven't, but people tell me I should.
Yeah, you should join up on me. I got my own league.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about Apex. I tried it, and I wouldn't say it's a bad game, but I haven't really gotten into.
Yeah, it's just
into it before.
You can't land hot unless you're good. You feel me?
Right.
If you land hot with people, you got to hurry up and grab a gun and get off and use your ability. It's some characters I don't use. Like I use Fuse, I use Mirage, I use Lifeline. I use people that like benefit.
Right.
Like you can't use nobody like Bloodhound. He benefits. Like you can scan to see people, but that's all you can do. You ain't got no defense mechanism other than seeing who coming towards you and them getting scanned.
So you're talking about like different characters in Apex that you can play with, or are you talking about? Okay, yeah. I just had to make sure because I wasn't following, but I had an idea of what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, since I didn't play Apex that much, I didn't really get into like all the different characters and stuff you can play as. But yeah, I wouldn't say Apex is a bad game. It just hasn't been one that like pulled my interest in. But I can see how other people like it. It's a fun game, like structurally anyway. Like battle royales are, you know, you land. It's like Call of Duty Warzone and especially Fortnite, like, which you can argue popularized the whole battle royale concept of games of like landing in a field with 100 other players and then picking up weapons to be the only one left. Like it's a profitable game format for these games, and it's highly entertaining. So yeah. Anything else you want to ask him, or
you be going to the outside mall at Leeds?
At Leeds, yeah, I've been there before. You mean the one at Grand River?
You're talking about the outlet mall?
Grand River?
Yeah, the outlet mall.
Yeah, that's like only a few minutes away from my house, as well as the Buc-ee's we got in Alabama. Like that's just like a couple minutes away from my house.
Yeah,
because he has the benefit.
Because he has the benefit of living
near stuff. I live in the middle of nowhere.
Near stuff. I live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, he lives like up in the mountains. Every time I drive up to visit him, I have to drive up a mountain that has like a bunch of sharp turns. Like,
so you your parents kept you away from a lot of stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, kind of sheltered. I think I was kind of I grew up the same way as well, kind of sheltered. I I mean, I wouldn't say that's a bad thing necessarily. I mean,
yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's not necessarily a bad
it makes
thing.
you a little uncultured. But
it makes you a little
uncultured,
but it also makes you like a good person at the end of the day.
It makes you less susceptible to get yourself into like bad scenarios and tied up in bad crowds and stuff. So
I have found that like
being sheltered is not necessarily a bad thing. When you agree, yeah. All right, so hey, by the way, is that a Panther?
Yeah, it's authentic.
Yeah, I'm a Falcons fan, and I think one of my other friends is also a Panther. Yeah, so the thing about Falcons, like the NFL team, is you can look at the title of Falcons as an acronym of just fans always left counting on next season, because every year we're always like, we're going to make a comeback. We're going to make a comeback. Like ever since Super Bowl 51, where we had a major lead. We had a major lead in the majority of the game, and then all of a sudden the other team came back and beat us. Like we just never recovered from that. So
sounds about right.
So we're just like, we're just hoping, and like one of these years it'll be a good season. But yeah.
The Falcons, you can't. They're a running team. You feel me? You can't have no slow quarterback. You need a mobile quarterback.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's why all the teams winning. That's like in the playoffs, like Jalen Hurts. I think they.
Oh yeah, Jalen Hurts has been on like a hot streak with the Eagles. Like
he was like 13-0.
Yeah, that man is crazy good. He used to play for Alabama, which is my favorite college team. But yeah, he's crazy good. I think the Eagles have a real good shot at winning.
I got a few cousins that play with Alabama.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. You know, Antonio Kite. I had graduated at Anniston. You ever heard of Traquan Fagans from Oxford?
I don't believe I have.
Yeah, they play with Alabama.
Right.
I got a teammate that played with Auburn. His name Tony Huntley Jr. I got a few teammates that play. I got a teammate that just committed to Georgia, Raquez McElder. Now he committed to Alabama. And Braden Joyner, I think he committed to Auburn.
Oh yeah, and also another thing that happened this season, Tua, who also used to be with Alabama, he went with the Dolphins, and he had an injury, and he had like a concussion or something, and they let him in another game anyways while he was trying to recover from concussion, and like after like a certain hit, like he like nearly got paralyzed or something. That's what I heard.
Yeah, he landed on his head.
Yeah, landed on his head. So yeah, that was something else too that happened. Like Tua, he used to play for Alabama, but yeah.
I think AJ McCarron is the Falcons quarterback. AJ McCarron, the old Alabama quarterback that used to play with Blake Sims.
Right.
AJ McCarron. The one that played before Jacob Coker.
I think all of our audience members who aren't into sports, they just kind of like, they're like so lost right now. Just like, what is happening?
I'm basically the exact same way. To be fair.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not like the biggest into sports either. Like, I don't play fantasy or anything, but like, I'm aware of like a few things that goes on in the NFL. But yeah. All right, so while we have him here, let me talk about another thing. All right, so you know M&M's, right?
Yeah, I think another rapper.
Yeah, I think I have a bag over here. So you know the mascot, right? For M&M's.
Oh yeah.
Well, apparently the other.
Andy?
Yeah, the mascot of the candy has always been like these 3D characters that have faces and appear in a bunch of commercials.
I know that.
All right, so the other day, the news broke that apparently they're not going to be using these mascots anymore. They're going to be using a celebrity comedian as the spokesperson and like the whole mascot.
Who's the celebrity comedian?
Maya Rudolph.
Who was that?
She was in a few movies. I know she was in Big Hero 6 and a few other movies, but I don't remember. But I just wanted to like point out how they're going to ditch these characters that they had for like years upon years, that they have an IP on that they can just use for whatever commercials they want, and they're going to ditch them for a celebrity that I have to imagine costs like a fortune every commercial. So I'm over here asking where the logic is in having a celebrity instead of these candies, and why would it be just a run-of-the-mill comedian that like a few people care about, but like still. What do you think, Steven?
I mean, I feel like when it comes to mascots for brands like that, like M&M's, for example, are largely recognizable by their mascots. So when you go and you change something like that to like a celebrity, for example, that only a limited number of people are going to recognize, you're cutting the recognition of your brand by doing that.
Yeah, it's like one of the dumbest things. I don't know, like, why give up this recognizable part of your brand for a celebrity? Like, it makes no sense to me. What do you think? Yeah, no, that's... I guarantee you, they're going to bring those characters back in, like, a week.
Yeah, probably.
I guarantee you, they're going to, like, come back. They're going to realize, like, wait a second, this is stupid. And they're going to just bring him back.
Wait a second, we're stupid.
We're stupid.
Auburn have two mascots.
Why, Auburn has two mascots?
Yeah.
I know they have the tiger, but who else is their mascot?
Eagle.
War Eagle. I feel like War Eagle is more of a...
I would say that the tiger is definitely more of a mascot for them.
Yeah, I feel like War Eagle is just a saying.
Yeah, but before every game, they
I mean, they do have the eagle. Let fly around the field sometimes, but that's really more of like a gimmick. That's really more of like I would say that the tiger is definitely the main mascot for them.
Yeah, I don't like whenever people like make Auburn merchandise. Have you ever seen a merchandise of Auburn that's included like an eagle, like an orange jingle? You have. And like not the tiger.
Some in Walmart they have some.
I mean, I can see there being merchandise.
Based on it. Yeah.
Right.
I just think that like the main mascot.
of the
Go Tigers.
War Tigers.
Yeah.
Next time
yeah.
See, Steven's our Auburn player. He's our Auburn fan. Steven, if you ever go to an Auburn game, you should just yell out War Tigers.
Have you ever been to an Auburn game?
Yes.
I went to the Auburn and Georgia game, right? And like my brother, we Alabama fans, and my auntie, she had just invited us to go. And my brother had this Alabama jacket on, just like this one, but it had 56, and it was like silver and black. And there was this lady, she was like, what team are you coming to see? And he was like, shoot, I'm just here to watch the game, man. She was like, well, what team are you here for, Georgia or Auburn? You have an Alabama jacket on here. We thought we were going to get jumped or something. For having an Alabama jacket in the Auburn section. That's something you can't do though. At an Auburn game, don't wear no Alabama jacket. Can't do it. That's crazy.
I think I went to an Auburn game because the rest of my family, they're Auburn fans, and I'm an Alabama fan, right? And my family were going to a Auburn game, and I think the Auburn game was against, I forgot what college team, but the college team they were facing had the exact same mascot as my high school's mascot, the Green Wave. So I told them I want to just wear my school's mascot like merch that I have like a shirt or something to show that I'm on the other side. And they were like, no, they're gonna stand out like a sore thumb in the stadium because like there'd be like a few people at most supporting the other team in a big Auburn home game.
Oh.
And we all knew that Auburn was going to win anyways, because that's just kind of how it goes. When facing a college team that not so many people know about.
That's how it goes
back
then.
Yeah, definitely. Like those people who showed up for like supporting the other team.
I'm going to bed, guys. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.
All right, see ya. Thank you for coming by on the podcast, man. All right, see ya. But yeah, like I said, what was I gonna say? But yeah, like the college teams that you watch, like two college teams, one of them Auburn, the other one is not a primetime college. You know the other one, this one's losing. All right. Let me fix my speaker real quick. I didn't expect to have a special guest on here, but
yeah, you expect to have a normal guest. The disappointment.
Bro, what are you playing?
Nothing.
I hear that.
No,
I hear that.
No, you don't. You don't hear anything.
Okay. I hear everything. What are you talking about? Like it's one thing to play Minecraft while having a conversation, but you sound like you're playing. I can look too. You're on Discord. You're playing No Man's Sky.
No, I'm not. That's clearly not accurate. Do you guys really believe?
What? Your Discord is telling me otherwise.
And you've
been playing ever since. And you've been playing 41 minutes, and we've been airing like on the air for 42 minutes. So it's like you started as soon.
That's just a statistic.
Oh, is it? It's just a statistic. I can't speak. Statistic. Really? That's your go-to argument. Like, could you not turn the volume down to make it less obvious?
I did. I turned the volume down. Or tried to.
Then turn it down even more. Like... like...
I mean, to be fair, I am blowing up spaceships right now. I mean...
Tell us all about that, by the way. Blowing up spaceships is not going to help you in your war. I hope you know that. By the way, I don't know where that guy is that I mentioned earlier. He's still coming to your house to draft you.
Yeah, you said like 3 minutes. It's been like... it's been 40 minutes. He's not here yet.
He probably got caught up in something. But... okay. Alright, so, Steven.
Yes.
Once you get a break from blowing up spaceships, because I imagine that's like a high-intensity activity.
No, I'm listening. You can talk to me.
Okay. Alright, so, do you know what the game called Wizard 101 is?
No.
Okay. Well, those game noises are distracting me. Like, yeah, it's bad when it's distracting me.
It's
like,
fine.
I'm literally hearing it.
It's fine. We're done.
I'm trying like.
We're done now.
Okay. Look, listen. I don't have a problem with you playing it. But
it sounds like
if it's distracting me. If I'm able to hear it and it's distracting me, I'm just hearing a bunch of laser sounds and just like a bunch of pew pew pew, just like blaring through your speakers. Like, what are the headphones for when all the game noises are coming straight out of your computer? Okay, so
I am wearing headphones, and they're coming through the headphones. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well. Alright. So, Wizard 101. So the name doesn't ring a bell for you. You don't know what it is.
So I just thought of something. I have a friend who has played that game before, but like I personally have never actually seen it.
But you know what? But you've never seen it. Okay. Well, I just wanted to bring it up because it's a game I used to play a lot, like in my childhood. But here's the thing about it, though: the game would only let you progress a certain amount in the whole game, and then every area you had to go to progress in the story, they locked off, and the only way to access and finish the game is if you had a membership that you paid.
Ah, yes. So basically, Video Leap.
Yes, this is exactly the same situation as Video Leap. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. But yeah, I just want to come on here and like ask, like, what's the point of making a game that you have to pay? Like, I get that it's cool that it's free to play in the first place because it's the camera.
Yeah, it's good.
Was it the third time?
Shush.
Wow, I sure hope it never breaks again. That would be just awful, wouldn't you agree?
Please.
This is karma for you playing video games.
No.
But yeah, I want to have. Okay, so with Wizard 101, I've downloaded it again recently to get back into it, and I decided that, unlike other times, I was going to cave in and give them the money to actually finish it. Because now here's the thing, I've always been curious about how the rest of the game went, and I didn't want to watch a walkthrough of it. I wanted to experience it for myself. So I caved in, and I got the membership. I'm not going to keep it forever. As soon as I finish the game, I'm going to get rid of it. But I've always just wanted to see how the rest of the game went, because it's a good game. It's like a legit good game.
Is it like a story-based game?
Yeah, it's kind of story-based, where you go around completing quests, like defeating enemies with wizardry. And
Wizard Harry.
you're a wizard, Harry. Remember that scene in
Yes.
I forget if it's episode 2. Is it episode 2 or episode 3?
It's episode 2.
No. I think it was episode 3 where I had that.
Oh no, wait, yeah, it was episode 3. That's right.
Because I remember editing it, and that's when the whole Video Leap thing happened, and I had to edit it in chunks, and I had to piece it together so that it flowed naturally. They changed the Video Leap, changed the whole thing where you can only export videos if they were a minute and a half long, when before there wasn't any limit to how long they could be. So, yeah. I don't really have anything else written down. And I really don't want to end the episode again being as short as it is. So,
it's only 48 minutes.
I don't know. Okay, so hold on, let me think. Since I already had one of my roommates come in, should I get my others?
No. I think.
Should I get my others in?
I think.
Just make this whole episode where roommates come in to drop by to have a cameo.
Just a cameo appearance by all of the roommates.
Well, I mean, I will say, my one roommate who came in. It was kind of more than a cameo because he came in for like I think 20 minutes or something.
A significant portion of the episode.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh yeah, one other thing. Again, your sound. Game sounds.
Fine.
Like what do you do in No Man's Sky? Okay, I've explained my video game of choice. Now it's time for you to explain your video game. Like what do you do in No Man's Sky?
A lot of stuff. There's like a ton of variety. And I mean it when I say that. I'm not like sponsored by this game or anything. I just like I do want to say that there is a
Or are we? Or are we?
this game.
Like what are you doing right now? Outside of blowing up spaceships.
I'm currently shopping.
You can do a whole variety of stuff. Let's go shopping.
Yeah, I mean, it ranges from blowing up spaceships to shopping.
So, what are you going to do after you finish shopping and this variety-based video game?
I'm gonna go activate a hyperdrive and jump into another star system.
As you do. As we all know. As you do. And then what are you going to do after that?
I'm going to go and find a really, really big ship called a freighter and buy it.
And then you're going to shoot it down?
No, I'm gonna buy it.
Imagine buying a spaceship just so you can shoot it down.
Yes. That's like buying a car just so you can blow it up.
I mean, hey, that's what a lot of YouTubers like MrBeast do, though. They just buy cars so that they can destroy them for cool videos.
I mean,
that's not entirely out of the realm of possibility.
I mean, fair, but also why?
Because content. Because nothing screams good content like blowing up stuff. Like, why do you think people go to Michael Bay movies, like the Transformers movies?
That's what we should.
Like, that's just a bunch of explosions, and people keep going to them. Like, the story is absolute crap, but because it has a lot of explosions, all these movies make money.
That's what we should have done.
But they made money. I don't think
for the Who channel, we should have just blown up some stuff.
Oh no, we did. Oh no, we did. Remember?
Did we?
I think episode 4 in particular had a lot of explosions. And don't forget the ending of episode 3.
Explosions.
Transformers. Well, okay, actually, I think they were practical blowing up. But do you think we have that kind of money?
Yes. We just need to take out another $20 million loan.
I mean, yeah, you have an easy solution. Yeah, let me go to the bank and let me say, hey, I want to take out a loan for $20 million. Me and my friend, we're going to just blow up some stuff, primarily around civilians, and we're going to just film it for a video.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all you got to say.
Alright. But yeah, with Transformer movies, I don't think they're making those anymore. Like the ones that are just explosions, but it was definitely an interesting time. Like in the 2010s where it was just Transformer movie comes out, people watch it, like all the critics who watch it like complain it's like the worst movie, but then the average moviegoer is just like, yes, explosions, adrenaline. Just like
sounds about right.
I mean, that's basically America in a movie. Just like all Americans want, just a bunch of explosions. Like, but yeah.
We're gonna get shot by every American out there for saying that.
Wait, I think I found our title. America cancels us.
For saying they like explosions.
Yeah, matter of fact, I think that's the reason why my military guy didn't come for you. He's actually a telepath who could see into the. No, he was someone who could see into the future, and he knew that we were going to talk about this and that we were going to be denounced as Americans. So he was like, you know what, we don't need him in our military anymore. So that's why he didn't show up. I think I found our title then. I'm gonna be like, Steven gets drafted into the army until and then leave it open ended. Like people are gonna be like, until what? I need to know. I must watch the entire 55 minutes so I can know.
And that's why we only discuss it at the end.
Yes. Well, no. It's been a running concept. No, here's the thing. It's been a running concept throughout the entire thing. Every once in a while, I'll have it pop back in.
Also, there's one more thing we need for the episode that we haven't done yet. We need to have a Kanye segment.
Kanye segment? Perfect. Okay, so for the Kanye segment, it turns out that... Alright, so I'm about to get into a bunch of Kanye lore real quick.
Kanye lore, because that's a thing.
At this point, it's become a lore.
The fact that that's a thing is just funny to me.
So, Kanye West, he, like a couple of years ago, he had a divorce with Kim Kardashian. Do you know who the Kardashians are? Surely you know who the Kardashians are.
Vaguely. I really don't know
vaguely
about them.
So you know people exist out there named Kardashians.
Yeah.
You're vaguely aware.
I remember there was one time where I thought it was like a species in the Star Trek universe.
That'd be funny.
Let that speak for like what I know about them.
Good. Oh no, Spock. We've run into another Kardashian. What should we do?
Let that speak for what I know about them.
I'm dying now. Oh, okay. Let me get my train back in motion because I just lost that. Okay. So Kim Kardashian is a famous person, and she and Kanye West used to be married until a couple years ago where they got divorced, and Kanye kind of went on a whole tirade about it, trying to get Kim back. Like I think at one point he sent like a van full of flowers to her.
As you do.
Like, so basically he was kind of down bad. And meanwhile, Kim Kardashian got together with Pete Davidson, who's a comedian. We also have a little bit of running thing. We talked about Maya Rudolph, who's a comedian, and now we have Pete Davidson, who's a comedian who, like Maya Rudolph, I'm vaguely aware of, but not really. And I assume a lot of people are like that. Pete Davidson, he was very prominent on SNL, which is a something on TV, but yeah. So, how this plays into the Kanye segment, ever since then, Kanye's been together with a few other women trying to find that new person, right? And recently, he got married to another person, and it was super low-key. Like, no one knew that they were even engaged, let alone married. I don't even remember who it was he married to. Let me look it up. It was, okay, so they don't actually say who it is, but they say it's a Yeezy architect. So, literally someone who worked for one of his companies, his shoe company called Yeezy. I had to assume architect means, like, a employee who worked at Yeezy. He literally married one of his own employees, basically.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't say that that's necessarily a bad thing.
Alright, so it says, architectural designer Bianca Sensori, 2 months after divorcing ex-wife. Wait, hold on. 2 months after? I thought they've been divorced for years. This website's weird.
We're figuring out the lore as we go.
Yeah, I completely forgot about a Kanye segment, so I'm kind of ad-libbing with stuff that I already knew, but I wasn't fully prepared to talk about. But yeah.
I mean, we gotta have a Kanye segment.
So,
it's required.
But the thing about this is, so the reason why I'm talking about this is just kind of to talk about, if you want to be interested in someone else, that's fine, but like, this came out like super fast. Like, super fast, he just all of a sudden got married. Like, we didn't even know this person and he got engaged. And I'm all for celebrities having privacy and whatnot, but this just feels like another gimmick that Kanye West is doing just to get publicity. Because his name has just kind of been like going down and down popularity. And it's always been my theory of like, once he drops
particular things that he's said, as we talked about previously.
Yeah,
the show.
Should we mention the Hitler comment again?
The Hitler.
But my theory with Kanye is that like no matter what he says and no matter what he does, like as long as he drops a new album, people are just going to instantly forget about it. Like I'm surprised that it's gone, like the repercussions for his actions has gone this far. But I still have that theory that it's not going to last and people are just going to forget about it soon. But I could be wrong. This could really be the downfall of him. Like, mentally, it's definitely the downfall of him because he's just kind of spiraling out of control. So, yeah. But career-wise, I can very easily see it, like, recovering very soon as people forget about it. But again, I could be 100% wrong. But I highly doubt it. Like, so yeah. And with that, we are at an hour, and I think this is a perfect time as any to have it be the end of the episode. So Steven, any last thing you want to say to the audience?
No, I think I'm fine.
All right. As always, please like us.